Okay, boys and girls, let's get back to learning. So, if you remember, the last time we talked and studied, we were talking about the three branches of government, and then we did that activity that helped us learn what roles went to what branches. So, we're going to learn a little bit more about the government today. And so, federal government is supposed to protect our country's environment and natural spaces. Okay. This means they're going to maintain our national parks and protected habitats. The government provides programs to help people in need in case they've lost their jobs, don't have a place to live, or maybe they don't have any food to eat. Okay, our state government is going to focus more on the state. So if you remember, the federal government does the entire nation, so all 50 states. But the state government is going to focus solely on Missouri because that's the state that we live in. Each state has its own state government. This government organizes and makes the laws for the people. Within their state, the state laws do have to follow federal laws. Each state is led by a governor. For example, ours is Mike Parsons. Each state is going to create unique laws that their states need. So, for example, in Florida, they might create a law that protects the Everglades or the alligators. Do we need that in Missouri? No, we don't. But in Missouri, maybe they're going to protect bald eagles, okay? So every state's going to focus on what pertains to their state. The state government is responsible for all needs, such as education, building roads within the state, and issuing driver license. Now, the state does still have a Supreme Court, and it's very similar to the federal Supreme Court. These courts check to make sure laws are fair and that the laws are followed by both the state rules and the Constitution. State governments also protect and maintain state parks. So, for example, we have Wyconda State Park that's not very far from here. The state is responsible for making sure that the Wyconda State Park is clean. The government can still intervene and help people if they need the additional. They're just going to help on a state level versus a federal level. Local governments meet the needs of people who live in a particular city, town, or county. Each city is led by a mayor. For example, in Ewing, I believe Dean Waggy is our mayor, but I'm not for sure who the surrounding, like in LaGrange, is. So we'd have to research that if you wanted to know, or like LaBelle or Listown. Cities can make laws that they think are best for their community. This results in each city having slightly different rules about speed limits, building homes, making noise in a neighborhood, or even littering. Local governments are in charge of organizing where things will go in a city, building and repairing local roads, city transportation like buses, trains, or subways, traffic rules such as stoplights or stop signs like where they go, electricity and water system, organize emergency services such as police, firefighters, and paramedics, and organize sanitation department, recycling, trash collectors, and sewers. Some other local things. If someone breaks the law, they must go to court. In court, lawyers will present evidence about the case in front of a group of community members called a jury. The jury and the judge decide whether someone has committed a crime. These courts ensure that the community has a fair place to live because everyone gets a chance to defend themselves. Local governments also provide wonderful resources for its community members, such as public parks. I think all of our little towns around here have a park, sport fields, teams, and other recreational activities. Okay, so we're going to take a moment and we're going to open up those Chromebooks again and we're going to go to levels of government. And I want you to describe some of the responsibilities that we talked about today. What does the federal government do? What does the state government do? And what does the local government do? I would like for you to list 2 things that you heard or learned about today and type those in each one of these blue boxes. If you have any questions, please let me know.